Hey guys, this is Dirk with Ep.12. Today I want to share with you one of the biggest mistakes that I continually make that I am sick and tired of making. In the last week, I posted something on Facebook, and it was something about really a win that I had in my life. That's something I've been really working hard for about the last 8 or 9 years, and I had this win. And for me, it was kind of this moment of digging myself out of a hole that was created over 10 years ago when I had a business that failed. And over the next 2 or 3 days, man, my Facebook just blew up. Just tons of comments, likes, people messaging me personally. And I realized that in that moment, that was something really impactful that really touched people's lives. And I started understanding at a deeper level that there's so many times that I want to say something and I want to share something with people, and I get to this point where I start thinking about all the people that are ahead of me that I am always learning from, that I study from, that mentor me. And when I go to put content out, I'm always thinking about, wow, will those people approve of this content? Will it be the kind of content that will really touch them, and and that they would think wow, Dirk, that's great stuff. And what I've found is that by thinking that way, so many times I don't put things out that I really want to put out, or that I'm even led to put out, because of the fear of judgment of people that are ahead of where I am today. One of the greatest quotes I ever heard was that what is most personal is most universal. And I think that today, in this world of seeing what's the best and brightest of everybody, kind of like the highlight reel on Facebook or Instagram, we've gotten to the point where we judge ourselves from the viewpoint of other people, and we don't even understand truly what other people's viewpoint is of ourselves, but we judge ourselves from that lens. And one thing I've realized is it's so unfair to not only do it to yourself, but it's unfair to the people around you. And I've been so blessed to have so many high-level, amazing people that have poured into me and mentored me and just shared things with me and just, grabbed me and pulled me up with them. And yet, the mistake I make is trying to be good enough all the time to have their blessing. And I know for me, it's a mistake that I'm tired of making. Because just like that post that I made last week, and I just had so many, for 3 or 4 days, my Facebook was just blowing up, that I was, in that moment, I was touching people. What I put out there was making an impact on people. I had people messaging me and saying I am in this situation right now, I see what you did, and help me, can you talk to me? And I had a lot of one-on-one conversations and messages and phone calls going with people after that, and I just realized that, wow, there's a lot of people that I can help today. There's a lot of people that if I felt led to put something out there, that I can make an impact on their lives. And I know if that's happening with me, more than likely it's happening with you. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to be committed and be accountable to you for saying that, I am going to be more open and authentic and transparent with what's happening in my life, because if I can help somebody else move their life forward, if I can help inspire somebody else that's in a struggling place, or in a place that they feel called to do something, but yet, they haven't had somebody that has helped them kind of take that first step. I want to be in the place where I'm going to step out and just put more out there, and not be afraid of somebody that's 5 steps or 10 steps or 20 steps ahead of me judging me for that. Because when I really think about it, I would think that those people have been at the exact same place. And what's interesting is earlier this year, I was on a private jet with a guy, and we're having a conversation. It's the first time in my life that I'm on a plane like this. I'm having this conversation with this high-level guy. And I told him that, look, I had to make a conscious decision that I'm good enough to be around those kind of people, that I can fit in that world. And he said, what's interesting? I still have the same thing when I think of people that are now multi-billionaires and being around them. So one thing that just again, it's an affirmation that we are always feeling judged where we are. We're always feeling judged for am I good enough? Is this good enough? Am I making enough money? Am I living in the right kind of house? Do I have the right kind of job? Am I having the right kind of friends? I mean, all these things, and we forget that in the moment, we can help somebody else. In the moment, if we will stop judging ourselves, we'll give ourselves the freedom and the permission to really shine, right? It's like the poem of Marianne Williamson, and just saying like, look, our greatest fear is not being inadequate. Our greatest fear is, that we're, strong beyond measure, right? That we want to let our light shine. And I want to challenge you today, if that's a mistake that you're making, stop making that mistake. Become proud of who you are and what you've done, even if your life is messy, even if you feel like it's chaotic and you feel like you're constantly failing in the stresses of business or marriage or kids or finances or whatever it is that's crushing you today. Don't feel like you're not good enough to live your life and be proud of who you are and what you've done. And start sharing with other people, because I don't care who you are, you're going to inspire somebody around you. So why don't we take that commitment together, and if you're willing to make that commitment, just comment below and put it out there that you're going to start living a life that you're absolutely proud of.